you hit the left one all the way down? That one. Yeah.
Oh, smart.
Yeah.
Do you want your volume up a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Hello, and welcome to this week's installment of I'm Fine, Everything is Fine podcast. I am your host, Drew, and with me is my co-host and producer, Evan.
That is me. I'm the co-host and producer, Yvonne.
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 We are coming to you from Dirty Jersey. We hope you guys had a good week. Please remember, we are here for you. Come chill with us at the kitchen table. We're here to just fucking relax and talk about our week. We got a lot going on, a lot to review, a lot of news. Evan had a big week. I sort of had a big week, but not really. We'll get into that. This week's episode is brought to you by us almost being at 50 episodes.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
lightsabers.
Cool. And lightsabers, dude. We were slinging our lightsabers around earlier.
Yeah, we were supposed to start. Well, we weren't supposed to start at any time, but we probably could have started like a half hour ago.
I was going to say 45 minutes.
We weren't swinging our dicks around.
Oh, God. Anyway, we're like, yeah, it felt very little boyish. But it felt,
but it was awesome.
It felt so good.
I'll tell you a story about somebody tried to clown me about my lightsaber.
Oh, go ahead. Who did? What's that?
Well, we'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
that's
talk
true.
about
That's true. That's true. We do have devoted time to
we'll get into it.
the Disney action. Evan went to Disney World last week, so we're going to talk about that. Just cleared his quarantine.
I did, yeah. yeah. I thought I was done for, but I'm kicking.
We're all good. Please hit us up on our email and hit us up on our Twitter and our Instagram. You can hit us up on our email at the letters I am fine. Everything is fine at Gmail. But the best way, again, is to get through to us is our Twitter and our Instagram. Evan, what is that?
That is at @IFEIF_.
Nice. That candle smells so nice.
It does, right?
Thank
Fresh
you.
fallen snow.
That's right. So if you are sharing the show, please do so on a plethora of apps and different sort of platforms. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Audible, iHeartRadio. On YouTube, you can just search IFEIF. I'm fine. Everything is fine. And we're the first channel that pops up. We actually, I'm not flexing at all, but one of our videos has like 60 views. I was like, okay.
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick. I was like, it caught an algorithm somewhere. Well, it was, you know what? It's the one, I think it was called Naked Men Doing Dances About Catching Vibes and shit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in that title, I think, that would come up in some searches.
That was the one that
Naked
my
Men.
girl listened to that I said some drawing shit in.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I said, but I was like, which one did you listen to? I was like, is it this one? Naked Men Doing Dances About Catching Vibes and shit. I think that's one of our best titles.
That's one of our best titles
Up
for
there
sure.
with Canadian Child Brides.
Oh, yes. That was one of our first episodes.
One of our first ones.
Oh my God, that was funny. What was it? What was the story again? It was like 15-year-olds or something being into wedlock or something, right? Oh my God.
Yeah.
They had like 3,500 child
Yeah, that's
brides.
what it was. Yeah.
Crazy, man. Fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, so hit us up on those apps. Find us. Please share the show. Send it to everybody you can. We do have a small audience. We appreciate everybody who does listen. Any feedback that you can give us, call us clowns, call us assholes, call us jerk-offs, or say that we're really funny and we're very charming. You can also do that.
We appreciate all of it.
Hit us up on our socials and send us an email, please. A lot to get to today, like I said. I do have a YouTube channel I was going to show you, since you're a music head.
Should I pull it up on here?
No, I'm going to play it through here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, pull it up on yours. It's called, go to YouTube. It's called There I Ruined It. And what it is this guy essentially makes music videos, but he twists, he does like mashups sort of and like twists the genres around.
Okay.
And at first it's just like, okay, whatever. People cover songs.
Oh, is this the
There I Ruined It, Creep, yeah.
Creep?
Click on Creep, yeah. So, there you go.
It's not going to play,
I'm going to play the audio through here, but as you can see the still on there.
I can hit it and then I'll mute it. How about that?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't think any of y'all heard that. Let me see if I spiked.
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
They'll hear it on mine, though.
The magic is calling you.
The magic is calling you to Disney World. They knew we were talking about Disney World. Did you just see that's a
I
fucking
heard
ad
that,
on
bro.
Disney World?
See? They're
It's a
listening.
fucking... Dude, we were just
Special
talking
friend.
about
Dog,
Disney World.
I shit you not. I booked the
Soar to
trip.
adventures.
I booked the trip. The
With extra
next
time
hour,
in any of
I
the
had
4
ads for
theme parks.
Disney World.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Like-
you did that. We were just simply talking about Disney World. And now all of a sudden I get a YouTube ad about fucking Disney World.
You gotta love it. You gotta
We
love
spent
it.
the whole time we were
Oh,
prepping.
look at this. I have an ad for a gay test.
That's not on mine. All right, so here you go. I got the audio right here.
Okay, so I'm just
Ready?
gonna...
It's called There I Ruined It Productions, and it is Tom York and the Radiohead Boys.
When you were here before,
And what the guy does,
could look you in the eye.
obviously it's a mashup. It is a honky-tonk creep.
You're just like an angel.
And it's Creep
Makes me
performing
cry.
Correct. But
in
look,
a saloon.
do you see what he
Not
did?
Creep, Radiohead.
The cool thing about it is that he splices in like clips from movies and splices in clips of Radiohead actually playing, and he also has all of it going together like in one. So it's like a mashup, but also like a video kind of very very creative thing. Look at these ladies singing.
I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. The hell am I doing here? What the hell? I don't belong.
Arguably
Better?
a fire track.
It's not better than the original, but yes, it is a fire track. And then there was another one too. Let me see if I can go to that.
This gives me the same vibes. Have you seen like the worst performance ever videos?
No, what's that?
It'll be like a really popular, very talented band,
Right.
but it's this guy who overdubs them, and he sings like off key. He'll play like the wrong notes.
That's so funny.
And it's
I love that
so
shit.
good because I saw one that really got me the other day.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of this band, the 1975, and they were playing one of their most popular songs, "Chocolate," on some like radio show.
Okay.
And the video I saw was like worst performance ever, and he's like, and I'm like, what the fuck is? And like it really tricked me, so I looked it up and I watched the video, and I was like, wait, no, this slams. Like, what's going on? And then I found his YouTube video. It's
Gotcha.
all
That's
performances.
funny. Dude,
Just,
people are very creative, man.
Yeah.
They're fucking creative out there. He did one where it's the Black Eyed Peas singing "My Humps," and it's a Teletubbies edition. So, do you want to hear that, or you want me to post it on our
kinda,
Twitter?
yeah.
You wanna
I
hit
did.
it?
I for sure saw that.
You ready for this?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I got it.
My hump, my hump, my hump. My hump, my hump. My lovely little lump. Spending all your money on me.
Oh wait, what you gonna do?
Hold on.
With all that junk inside that trunk.
Anyway, the Teletubbies are dancing
Hold
around.
on. That
Yeah.
perfectly pitched. Spending all your money on me.
It was a little muddled there. Sorry for the loudness, guys. But yeah. So anyway, Teletubbies, My Home. Still, it's funny. It's something to check out. Something to share with your friends. But
That was very good. That was
thank
good.
you. Yeah. It's, There I Ruined It on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, check those things out. But while you're on YouTube, make sure you search ifeif in the search bar and find our channel and subscribe.
That's right. You better.
We have 4 comments on our videos. Okay, so I know this is in the news, but I did want to mention this. Did you hear that cannabis compounds prevented the virus that causes COVID-19?
I heard the rumor floating around.
Well, it was based on like a
There's
real
science behind it now.
Yeah, and it's a real thing. Yeah, it's a real lab experiment that they did. They used let's see here, CBGA or and CBDA. Those are different cannabinoids that are found in marijuana. Not every, there's apparently like dozens of different cannabinoids, not just THC. That's the most popular one.
Right.
Yada yada. CBD is the next popular one. That sort of thing. They do different things. But yeah, they said that when they're playing around with these things, let's see, during a chemical screening efforts, it has identified the potential to combat coronavirus. Researchers from Oregon State University said in the study they bound to the spike proteins found in the virus, and it blocked a step the pathogen uses to infect people. I was like, what?
And here I was just thinking, smoking weed was cool to get high.
Apparently, it protects you. No.
Do you have protection? Don't worry, babe.
I
I brought a bowl.
That's just a plastic bag filled with weed. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to jizz in it.
What? Like you think this won't work?
Are you calling me a liar? No.
You think it will break?
I went home like promptly and I checked when I heard this story. Of course, like my fucking mom sent it to me. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. I went home and I checked like all the labels that I have for anything that like I have that's produced like that has marijuana in it, and none of them have these two the CBDA or CBGA like in any sort of high dose. So I don't know. It's probably very rare, but anyway, man, something. This week, my wife. So I don't know if this is funny. If you'll find it funny or not. My wife. No, not my wife. My sister-in-law went on a trip.
Okay.
On her way home, she stopped at a vegan bakery and she brought home some vegan treats. It's called Vegan Treats. It's up in like Allentown or something.
Okay. Sick.
So she brings them home, and I'm eating these vegan treats, and of course I wash it down with regular milk, and I'm just like thinking to myself, I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm taking this poor snack from a vegan that could be eating this, and I'm sitting here just
I had a
eating it.
lag. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I was like, wait, no, it doesn't.
Actually, honestly, the reason why I brought this up was I wanted to talk about this with you and ask you your take on it. I do consume animal products. I'm for the most part a plant-based eater. But I take like fish oil. I'll have collagen every once in a while. But I don't eat any meat.
Right.
I have recently, though, just in the last few weeks, like, I could go for a steak. I could go for a crab cake. I could go for a chicken salad. I could go for a chicken quesadilla. So I'm like, but here's the problem. When I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I could go for that. When I actually, like, in my brain, initialize the steps to move forward to do something like that, I get grossed out. Like I thought about going to the pub in Pennsauken, going to the pub and getting a carpetbagger.
What's a carpetbagger?
It's a filet mignon with a crab cake on top, served on a plate of jus with onion rings on the side.
Fuck me up.
It's great. It's like, I don't know, $40 or some bullshit, but it's delicious. And I've only had like 2 of them in my life, and I'm like, I want to go get one. But then when I think about actually going there, I'm like, I can't do it. It grosses me out. I don't know what the fuck happened to me, dude. Is it just my mind? Or
Probably, yeah. No, it's 100% your mind, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 12 or 16 ounces. I had. I'm so glad you brought this up.
Oh, go ahead.
The last day on vacation.
Okay, you can talk. Don't talk too specific.
I won't talk too specific.
I have specific questions.
I won't say
Disney
where
World.
I went. I won't say who was there.
Okay.
Because I saw some celebrities.
Oh no shit! Really?
No.
You fucking son of a bitch.
Or did I?
Oh.
But I got a New York strip steak.
Nice.
Cost me $34 for the
Holy
slice of meat.
shit!
But when I tell you,
$34.
this shit was like melt in your mouth good.
Mm-hmm.
With some garlic mashed potatoes and some steamed broccoli on the side, dog.
Yeah,
it's
baby.
fucking game over.
It is.
It was one of the best steaks I've had in my life.
So listen, like right now I'm thinking about it. I could do like a steak, some mashed potatoes, maybe a piece of broccoli, and just like a broccolini, and all on my fork, dip it in the jus and put it in my mouth. It sounds delicious. But I swear, if I stood up right now and I was like, I'm going to the pub and I'm gonna go get a steak, I would start to feel grossed out.
I think if you got that far, right?
Yeah.
First of all, how do you cook your steak if you're gonna get it?
Like what?
Like you personally,
my temperature?
Yeah. How are you gonna cook it?
Before I stopped eating steaks, I was a fan of medium.
Right.
Like straight medium, not medium well, not medium rare.
Medium rare.
I don't like rare. I don't like
Medium
too
rare.
much blood.
That shit was bleeding when it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah, the look in your eye when you just said
Because like I loved it.
Yeah.
It was just enough, It wasn't like, holy, this is still alive type bleed, but it was like, they just cut this.
yeah, and slapped it over the meat or
Right.
over the fire for a
Right.
second, and then
So,
threw it on
like,
your plate.
That fantastic. I think like to your point,
Mm-hmm.
you're saying you get disgusted at the thought of going and doing it.
Yeah.
If you got that far and you ordered that steak and you got there and you saw blood,
I would not eat it.
I think you'd back out.
I would. I probably would back out. I think you know me pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, and even like, I know enough about a vegetarian diet to know that when you've been following it for a number of years, when you go back to eating meat, it's gonna fuck you up.
I know. I heard this. This one girl I worked with, she stopped eating meat for like 5 years, and then she had a cheesesteak because she was like, you know what, I'm done. I need to go back to eating meat. So she had a cheesesteak, and she was violently ill for for literally 12 hours after she ate it. It took her 12 hours to get it all out of her body.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that sounds horrific. So, but here's the thing. Like I said, I've had animal products. I've had some beef broth. I've had some, like I said, collagen.
Oh, okay.
But it's not red meat. It's not
Right.
chicken's, meat. It's not It's not the same. So I don't know. I'm just, I don't want to get grossed out, but I think
Maybe
if
for
I do it, I'll record it and I'll put it on our Instagram.
Maybe for our 50th episode special.
That's a great idea.
I'll get a steak.
Okay.
And I'll give you a bite. Exactly as you said. I'll get
broccolini,
mashed potatoes
jus.
in the jus, and
you'll hand it to
voila.
me. Okay, for the 50th episode.
I'll even wring it out before I put it on the fork, so that it's not.
I love it.
You pick where it's from. There's the library.
Oh, we could library too.
Over on that road. That
library
place rocks.
too. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a couple of nice places get a steak at. Oh, anyway,
I'm not taking you to Chop House though, Drew.
we should just go big. Like, what are we doing?
That's so true. Dude.
Why don't- what do
let's
we-
go big. Then we will see some celebrities, bro. Like the Flyers eat there.
They do eat there. That's true.
So like,
And that's pretty local.
yeah. Oh shit.
Oh shit! I didn't want to give our locale out, but we should go to the Chop House. Do you want to do it?
Yeah,
But
let's
we
fucking
have
do
to
it.
ask if we can film in there. We're gonna have to film
It's
it.
valet only, so you got to clean your car.
Excuse me. My fucking van right now is fucking trashed, dude. It is so bad right now. I need to clean it out, and I need to vacuum it really bad.
I did that a month ago.
Such a
I was
piece of
out there.
garbage.
You should have seen. I had an extension cord
Yep.
through here,
I
just
have one
running
too.
it out,
Uh-huh.
fucking vacuuming the shit out of my car.
Yeah.
I got it pretty good, but now like I'm on the go so much
Mm-hmm.
that like I'm constantly drinking water. It's just-
Throwing it in the back.
Yeah,
That's right, baby. Chucking that shit right in the back. My whole back seat is a trash can.
but I
You know
got
what?
all the clothes out of it, so that was like half the battle.
Part of the pollution in my car is fucking masks, and I just every time I take off one mask from work, I don't care because I'm done work, so I just throw it on the ground in my car.
Oh no, I usually throw them on my Prindle.
Oh, that's cool.
The
Yeah.
shift knob.
Yeah. Hey.
Shh, she's under here.
I know. I'm turning around like I'm yelling at the window.
But I throw them on there, and then like they just start stacking. I'm like,
Gotcha.
all right, I gotta get rid of these.
So, have you seen The Matrix, the fourth one?
So I'll tell you this.
Okay.
I started watching it.
Yeah.
I got up to poop,
Uh-huh.
and then I came back and I like started scrolling on my phone. I never played the movie again, so my Xbox shut off. I didn't finish it.
That's so funny.
But like it's all like I definitely want to watch it. I hear a lot of mixed things.
I was
I
gonna
think we talked
spoil
about
it.
this the last time.
We started to, and then I
Yeah.
said I was going to spoil it next episode. Do you want me to spoil it or no? If you say no, we'll wait.
So I'm trying to figure out a ways that you can, but I won't
Mm-hmm.
hear it. You know what I mean?
Well, do you know the premise?
I know. So what I can gather is we will spoil this. So if you haven't seen
Yeah,
it,
spoiler alert.
what I've seen it is he's back in the Matrix.
Correct.
He's a game designer.
Correct.
Who created the game series The Matrix, which is essentially how the first three movies fit into this universe to
Right.
make sense to Neo.
Right.
He's like he knows he's in the simulation, but he doesn't like. He wants to accept it, but knows he can't. Some shit. So some weird conflict.
Right.
He had some weird sexual tension with Trinity, who was named like Christy or some shit like that.
How far did you get into this movie?
I got like 30, 40 minutes in.
Okay, yeah. So he attempted.
But it's like
he
a
attempts-
2-hour movie.
He's like a billionaire. He attempts
Yeah.
he attempted suicide, and
Right.
he's all psychiatric right now, apparently. And you're right. It's a video game, The Matrix. That's how they tie the three movies in. It's a video game that he made in this new Matrix world that they're in, or whatever. And then there's all these repeat players. There's some people that are masked as other people.
I like how Neil Patrick Harris,
Yeah.
he just kills it. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's great.
But-
He's a great actor.
Yeah, it was interesting. I just never finished it.
Yeah.
You can you can spoil it.
Are you
'Cause
sure?
Now that we're talking, because I plan to watch it anyway,
Yeah.
and I'll fucking spoil Spider-Man
Essentially,
for you, motherfucker.
that's fine. Essentially, all I'll say is that they rebirthed this movie in the Matrix, okay, and that's how they describe it. Like we just described it. That's how they justify this, okay. There's other reasonings farther down the line to show you why and how they got back into the Matrix. I'm not going to spoil that for you.
Okay.
My suggestion,
appreciate that.
the movie would have been way fucking better not in the Matrix. Honestly, what they should have expounded upon is the fact at the end of the third one, Neo seemed to have some sort of superpower in the real world. When all those robots are crashing down on him,
Yep.
and he
Yep.
fucking, and then he ends up shocking 3 robots or whatever the fuck, right? Is
Yeah,
that not
yeah,
what happened? Right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
It's been a long time since I've seen the third Matrix, but
why not expound upon that and drive it farther into the real world?
the real world and the restructuring of civilization.
And
That'd
then
be
something, or have them actually beat the robots in the real world, or something.
Yeah.
Instead, what they did was some sort of weird fever dream mashup in Matrix Strangeland. It looked good. It was funny at times. It was action packed. It looked different than the other movies. I didn't like that, but it looked good. Like it was a good looking movie.
It was the first. I saw something. It was the first movie that wasn't filmed like with like the sepia tone or something like that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, the sepia or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
Like there was always like a green or yellowish
Correct.
hue on the screen
In the first 3.
In the first 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's how the director.
That's gone.
Yes, and I guess that's kind of. And again, you can call that a creative tone. Whatever. But I just think that they could have done so much different things with it. But anyway, that's my opinion. They should have just kept it in the real world. I have a clip for you. Hit it.
I wish all my clothes were made out of blankets. That way, if I fell asleep with my clothes on, fucking hey, I'm tucked in. Now, when I was camping, I was looking for firewood, so naturally, I was looking for the Duraflame tree. I want to go to a tent store. The guy said, "What kind of tent do you want? 2-man pup tent? Circus?"
That was the whole reason I played that clip, was just that last part. That's so funny to me.
Circus.
What, a pop-up 2-man? Circus.
I love Mitch Hedberg.
It's so funny.
So good.
I heard that came up on my shuffle for one of his albums, and I just wanted to play that clip for that tent thing. That was really funny. Have you ever heard anybody say the words, I gotta see a guy about a horse?
Now I have.
You've never heard that turn of phrase?
I'm sure I have before.
I love it.
I can't remember. Like what? I gotta see a guy about a horse.
Yeah, it's really just, it's not used enough nowadays. But it's like, it's basically means like, fuck off. Like, don't, mind your own business, essentially. Fuck off.
I think you know what? I was watching How I Met Your Mother, and they might have said it.
Where you go? Yeah, where are you going?
Because I was laughing at it. They said that, and then Marshall saw somebody limping, and he was like, "What's with the hop in your scotch, bud?" Yo, so good.
Did you hear about How I Met Your Father?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
No.
Hilary Duff was my first crush.
She's
bro.
in there? She's in
Yeah,
it?
she's the
Oh,
main
she's the
lead.
name on it. Okay.
Hilary Duff, Lizzie McGuire. That was my
Hilary
first.
Duff is fucking-
Well,
Jesus
her and
Christ.
Shania Twain.
Get out of
My
town.
first
You know how many
crushes.
times I jerked off to the Lizzie McGuire movie cover?
When you were also underage. Yes, let's clarify that. Let's clarify that.
I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah. So
But no, same.
I got to see a guy about a horse. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about. I wanted a reason to say that on the podcast.
I like that.
Last week when you were in Disney World, I tweeted something about a story I saw about these trains that go through Los Angeles. Have you heard about this?
No.
So there's this big train port that like a bunch of goods and things pull into, all mercantile, everything, all different kinds of shit.
Okay.
When the trains are pulling into the station, they have to slow down because of junctions. And if you were to see this corridor where these trains are approaching this station where they have to, where they drop off all these goods and shit, these ports, the ground is literally littered with like a foot of just open boxes. So what happens is when these trains are creeping through, fucking people get in there, and while they're going through these corridors, they get into the trains and they pull all the fucking expensive shit off these trains and they rip through the boxes and they steal stuff. Yeah, major companies.
What?
There's a bunch of major companies that are pulling out, and they're like, we're not sending our shit through LA anymore. Like, we're not going to send our stuff through the trains in LA because you guys can't keep the corridor secure. And like, I saw videos online. I think LA Times did a piece about it. I saw a clip of a police officer going down there, and there's nothing you can do. By the time you get to the edge, people scatter. They're gone. Like,
Yeah.
there's literally, and you can't chase 3 different people,
Exactly.
So, but at the same time, you should really, it should be more secure. But
Absolutely,
but
it
if
should
you can
be.
find the pictures, like I said, I tweeted it out. It's on our profile.
Yeah,
but if you can
yeah.
find the pictures, dude, it is wild to see the train going real slow, creeping through, and just on the ground, like from the train track, like 40 feet out, just fucking cardboard. just of boxes open, shipping containers ripped open. Yeah, it's crazy,
Yo, I'd
dude.
be pissed.
Fuck yeah.
I'd be pissed.
It's wild, man. Anyway, so it's wild to see. Check it out on our Twitter.
Good thing I don't live in fucking LA.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck you guys.
Before we get to news, I did want to talk about fucking DoorDash.
Fucking DoorDash.
How often do you use DoorDash? We've talked about it a couple times on here, I think. How many times do you really use it?
I used it the other day just because I was sick and I didn't want to leave.
Gotcha.
I ordered some soup.
Gotcha.
But-
yeah, so there's places,
But
there's times.
outside of that, I've stopped using it
Yeah.
because last year and like throughout most of the pandemic, I was using it quite frequently
Okay.
to get food with my girlfriend, order us dinner.
Yeah.
But you know, the delivery fee, that shit starts adding up.
I
The
know.
travel times, I have a really bad experience when I ordered Cheesecake Factory one time. It wasn't on them, it was on the driver. But like, I get it, you guys are trying to make a buck, but like, don't pick up my food that's 45 minutes away,
Right.
and then make 2 more stops,
Right, exactly.
on the way there. By the time I got my food,
Yeah.
it was all cold. It took like 2 hours to get to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I would have just gone and picked it up, bro.
Exactly. Or
Like,
just gone to the restaurant. No.
I get it. Like, I get it. You guys are trying to make money, but like, that's not it.
Yeah, so I had ordered some Chipotle. I got a Chipotle gift card for Christmas. So I
Okay.
ordered Chipotle, and
Okay.
they partner with GrubHub, I think it is, or whatever. Okay, so they have a delivery partner with them. I order my food. I got chips, some dips. I got fucking a burrito bowl, and I overspent this $30 gift card that I had. I dropped dime on this. I was
Of course you
I was
do.
like guac, extra sofritas, the whole joint. So I went big. So and of course, like you said, it's a premium. You have
Yeah.
to pay for the delivery. You pay.
It's already more
Each one is
expensive
more
on
expensive
the app.
Exactly,
Like-
exactly. So and the Chipotle wasn't that far away, but like you said, I didn't want to leave the house, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to order it. I was like, it's early enough. I got shit to do. I was like, I can wait for the food, and when it gets here, I'll eat. That's perfect, and I can knock out some chores in the meantime.
Right.
Okay. I order it. And like I said, I got all this shit, right? So I'm expecting this big bag, you know. And the one, I get the text, you know, your delivery's here. I go outside. The woman approaches, and she's got this little fucking tiny little like bag that's like smaller than like a letter. Like it's very tiny. And I was like, what? I was like, that's not mine. And she's like, oh yeah, it's Andrew. Andrew. I'm like, no, that's not my last name. This isn't my order. I didn't order this. She's like, oh, hold on. I'll just go back and I'm like, you're going to go back and get, she's like, yeah, I'll just go back. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. You can go back and get it for me. I'm like, sorry. Like, I tipped her already, you know, and
okay.
so she leaves. I get a notification that, my food was delivered.
Your
And I was
orders.
like, that's not true. And so then I text her on the number. You know, they give you like a
Yeah, they give you that
non-identifiable number, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can text. So I text her, and she's like, yes, I'm going back to Chipotle. I was like, thank you so much. I wait a few more minutes, and I actually gave her a lot of time, and nothing. So then I text her again, and it says, this number's been closed. Thank you for using GrubHub. And I was like, So I have no way to get this. GrubHub and
Yo.
Chipotle think that my food was delivered. I spent almost $40 on this meal, and I got nothing to show for it. And so right then and there, I was like, I'm never ordering a delivery partner service again. I'm never ordering a fucking food service again like this.
Yeah.
Never.
So
I was fucked. I was standing there with literally nothing. And I spent all this money.
yeah,
I was pissed. I was pissed.
Did you call him?
Well, the worst part about it is when you have an issue that happens like this, it's no face, no name. Like you can't get a hold of a single person that works there. You have to text a robot, or you have to call a robot, or you have to email them and then expect them to call you or text you whenever they can. So I was really fucking angry. And again, I sound like a fucking bitch. But,
No, but
it was my Christmas present. I was like, these motherfuckers took my Christmas present.
They did.
Yeah. And so I called. I texted 2 different robots, finally got through to 2 different people. I texted them, told them how disappointed I was, blah, blah, blah. They're like, listen, we'll send you 3 free entrees plus 2 sides of chips plus 2 sides of guac. I mean, really, if you look at it and I get extra meat and everything, it's like a fucking $55 value.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, that's fine. I was like, thank you. You made it right. And I've been there twice already since I had this.
There you go. All right, cool. Well, you've been to
Chipotle, but I have not
But you
used
have not
GrubHub.
used-
Fuck
good.
that. Now it's like I don't... Like, the fact that I couldn't rectify the situation in the moment pissed me off.
Yeah,
So, like,
absolutely.
I'm not doing it again. If I go and I order my food wrong, that's on me. And if they make it wrong, I can fix it right then and there. forget about it. I could walk out of my house. I could do it, and I can go get the food. I'm done.
Yeah.
Not doing it anymore. Deliver a pizza, that's cool, but I'm not doing anything else.
I had forgotten, however, talking about it jogged my memory.
Sorry about interrupting you.
No, you're fine. I about a couple weeks ago, I don't remember. I remember it was cold as shit outside. It was so cold. And
Yeah, man.
me and my girl ordered DoorDash, right?
Yeah.
You see we live in a circle.
Yep.
Okay. Not hard to still see the address. So I put my address in. I even adjust the pin because sometimes it likes to fuck with me and it moves my pin like down the street. And
Right.
I'm like, nope, I'm
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
So I do that. Same thing. I get the notification. Your order has been delivered. I open the door.
It's not there.
Not there. It's not there. I'm like,
Son of a bitch.
what? As I look at my girl, she's like, "Is it there?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Is it next door?" So I walk out. I'm not wearing shoes.
I can see like a comedy, like you peeking your head out and just looking left and then looking right, and there's no fucking food on the ground.
I'm not wearing shoes. I walk outside. It's cold. I have fucked up feet to begin with.
That's okay.
And I'm looking.
I love your feet.
I don't see. Thank you. I don't see any food. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back in. I'm like, they say it's been. I called. She's like, yeah. Like I dropped it off at this house. I'm like, what house is that? What are you talking about? So I'm pissed off now. I hang up on her. I come in. I get my shoes on. I get my jacket on. I hit my mic stand in the
You're good.
process. I'm sorry,
That's okay.
guys. But so I start walking around the circle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it? I find it at the other side.
Like the complete opposite side of your neighborhood over there.
Yeah, and so like our address numbers weren't even that similar.
Right. That's messed up.
I'm not gonna say what it is.
No, don't say the
But
address.
literally, they have a Ring doorbell, so I'm like, I'm gonna look like I'm fucking stealing this person's food, and it's just mine. So I walk up.
Yo, did you guys see this tall, lanky kid stealing a fucking food? Anybody call the cops?
I'm like, sorry guys, my DoorDash driver was a fucking idiot.
Or did they answer? Did they talk back to you when you said, oh, no?
I didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Gotcha. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, so I'm done. You done? I'm
Yeah,
done.
let's
Fuck.
get some news, bro,
Yeah, I got...
and then we'll talk about Disney.
All right, let's do it. Hit it. This is Evan and Drew with the news.
What we got today, boys?
Humiliation for the Queen's second son. Royal sources confirming to NBC News he will no longer be called His Royal Highness.
Trial testing the efficacy of a fourth COVID booster say that while the shot raises antibody levels, it's not good enough to substantially stop infections of the Omicron variant.
Hostage standoff in Texas has come to an end just within the past hour. Texas Governor Greg Abbott confirmed on Twitter all the hostages being held in a synagogue near Colleyville are safe.
Airline executives warning of a potential aviation catastrophe
you hear
when
about this?
AT&T and Verizon
Oh, yes, I did.
roll out their new 5G service tomorrow.
The Biden administration is withdrawing its COVID-19 vaccination and testing regulations aimed at large businesses. This comes after the Supreme Court blocked the rule earlier this month.
President Biden is ramping up the pressure on Vladimir Putin, warning the Russian president of, quote, enormous consequences if he invades Ukraine.
Shh. I would just like to say, if you want to know anything about the... Now, listen, things change. Everything escalates, of course, at unknown speeds. But if you want to know anything about the Ukraine-Russian scandal that's happening right now about Russia amassing troops at its border and such, I want you to do me a favor. Listen to Breaking Points with Crystal and Sagar just this week from Tuesday's episode and listen to it. And
Crystal and Saga.
essentially, where's this conflict happening, Evan? In Europe.
Yes.
Right? As of that, when that episode was recorded, the EU hadn't even told its diplomats to leave the Ukraine. It's essentially what they're saying is a lot of it is theater.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is irresponsible theater because this could set off tensions.
Right.
Like essentially fake showing that they're going to, or not even fake showing, whatever they want to do. There's all these discrepancies with it. It's like NATO and Russia and Ukraine. What do we, the old Soviet Union, all this shit that people are throwing around. It's like, stop. We don't need to get involved.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop. We don't need to get involved.
If they're not evacuating the country, I don't need to worry about it.
Everybody's
Not over
worried.
here.
Who knows what could happen? But at the same time, it's not our place.
All right.
Fucking back off. And you know what I saw? I don't even know if it was real or not, but I saw a story on Twitter. They already want to approve $500 billion or something for an additional spending just for the security forces for Ukraine. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? They're already trying to propose budget legislation for this. It's like, what are you... What? I don't know.
Sleepy Joe's lost his mind.
That's Congress is doing that. And
Let's go,
What
Brandon.
it is, Evan, what it is, it's another opportunity to make money.
Yeah, of course.
Another opportunity
War.
to pay off other defense contractors and pay off other people to manufacture this and go to that and get... It's all a bunch of bullshit. So anyway, that's my take on that.
Tensions are high.
Tensions are high.
World War III.
Yes. What else I want to mention? Oh, yeah.
Humiliation.
I was just going to say...
As he will no longer be referred to as His Royal Highness.
Yeah, so he's out. He's getting hit up with a trial for sex crimes against minors, stripped of his titles by the Queen.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, so he's not your Royal Highness. He's not anything right now. He's just a private citizen who happens to be the Queen's son.
He's going to be somebody's plaything.
Yeah, probably.
A little bit.
Probably.
Oh, he's going to get killed in prison for sure.
You think so?
Oh, 100%. You think? Listen. Listen.
Dude, he's a royal. He'll go to some sort of federal low...
Not anymore.
What do you mean not? Well, I know he's not.
Humiliation. That's the name of the episode.
Oh, my God.
No, but yeah, imagine you go to prison. You'd be fine in prison probably because
Hey, thanks.
you could defend yourself.
Sure.
Right? People would try because you're pretty.
I love you.
People would try. Me? I'm toast.
You're
Within
toast.
the first week, dog.
Within the first 10 minutes, your ass is being raped.
Right. And I'm not a prince.
No.
Right? I never was.
Just kidding. You're beautiful.
If I was a prince,
Yeah.
that's just more ammunition for these motherfuckers to use. You're out of your mind, dude.
Oh, man. Yeah. The other interesting thing that was in the news montage was the FAA trying to put a stop, the major...
To 5G.
Yeah, the major
I saw that
airlines.
right before I got on the plane.
It was great.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, so they
Love
apparently they turned on large sections of their network this past Wednesday, and if these airlines hadn't said anything that it was going to mess with their telemetry instrumentation, then who knows? People would have just, if you're trying to land a plane in the rain and you don't have your, and something's messing with your, your different
It was raining
systems
when I
and stuff.
landed.
Yeah, all the different systems on the plane. Apparently it's something with a radio altimeter. I don't know. So it tells you your
That's
altitude.
Steve.
Altimeter.
He's the pilot.
Yeah, he should know. Radio altimeter. Anyway, the frequency of 5G is very close to the same frequency that instrument uses to tell how far away the plane is from the ground. So it muddles it. And if it muddles it too much, it just shuts off. Yeah, that's what it said in the article. And it was like, that's very interesting. Of course, my response on Twitter was, I guess our brains aren't as delicate as telemetry instrumentation. I'm just being silly. So.
You're funny.
I know, I'm trying. Yeah, so I found that very interesting that's the case. And
fucking 5G, man.
Like,
if it's
yeah.
not making planes fall out of the sky, it's gonna
Yeah.
scramble your brain.
maybe.
Just
Who knows?
kidding. I don't know what it does. I got my tinfoil hat on right now.
Oh, well, the tinfoil hat people think that the 5G caused coronavirus. That's
Right. Yeah. That's right.
That's what they think it is.
That's what me and my boys think.
That's what me and my boys think. Anyway, let's move on here. I do have one more story I think I wanted to click on. Oh, yeah, here we go. You ready? I want to read this story to you, and then we'll get into our Disney recap because that has to do with current events also.
Current events.
Yes. All right. So, this story is from CNN. This is about Cracker Barrel.
Love Cracker Barrel.
Great restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, their fucking pancakes are
Their
great.
hash brown casserole.
Cornbread.
cornbread,
Get out of
pancakes,
town,
waffles.
right?
I'm not a big fan of their eggs. They're usually a little too runny for me.
Okay, so here's
But
the
everything
headline.
else.
Great, man. Here's the headline. A Tennessee jury orders Cracker Barrel to pay man $9.4 million after he was served a glass filled with a chemical.
Oh, $9.4 million. You know how many times I've seen people get served cups of chemicals?
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
Where?
I've seen people in the act of cleaning
Yes.
the containers
Uh-huh.
and then forgetting that they didn't brew coffee,
Right. Yes.
and then
Yes.
yeah,
Gotcha. Understood.
maybe I'll cut that part out.
Oh my God. Too funny.
That was totally McDonald's.
That was McDonald's?
Yeah.
I hear you. So let me see if I can read on here. Blah, 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 blah. Cranon, the guy's name was Cronin. Was having lunch at Cracker Barrel in Marin County in April 2014. So this was a while ago. When he took a sip of what he believed was water, quote, only to immediately realize that it was not ice water, but was some chemical that caused a burning sensation in his mouth and esophagus.
Oh.
End quote, according to court documents obtained by CNN. It was later discovered that Cronin had been served the chemical Ecosan, which was being used as a cleaner in the kitchen area, according to court documents. Ecosan, described as a corrosive chemical in the lawsuit, caused permanent and serious internal physical injury to Cronin. Still suffering from symptoms to this day, including injuries of the mouth and esophagus. Cracker Barrel's negligence did not just cause my client's physical harm, it took away part of his identity, said Greer, who was his lawyer. This is the guy's lawyer.
I guess now, I guess so. You know, he's just the Cracker Barrel guy.
I wonder who did it. I wonder who the person who actually, because you have to physically
That's
put
what
that
I mean.
shit
I'm
in
trying
there.
to think of how you could fuck that up.
I don't know. It's fucked up though.
That's like
'Cause
somebody.
you don't get your Q-San or
Was
whatever
this guy an
Ecosan.
asshole?
You don't. I guess whoever it was. You don't get Ecosan from the same place you get potable water from. You know.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's just crazy. But
So,
anyway, I thought you would find that interesting.
Well, do you think somebody put it in a glass to clean the glass?
Yeah, they might have.
And use it to dip something in, you know,
Maybe.
and then maybe it just got mixed up. Or do you think it was an act of
All
vengeance?
Cracker Barrel said was that they were disappointed. They did not give any insight to what happened, sadly. But again, it was
We're sorry.
it was 8 years ago.
You'll come back for the hash brown casserole, right?
You'll come back for the general store with all the almanacs that told you what song was popular the year you were born.
The only place that sells Jones Soda this side of the fucking U.S.
Oh my God. They're on every interstate too. But anyway, that's that. So I think, that pretty much concludes our formal news category here. But I did want to get down to the nitty gritty. One of our former stories for news was about airline disruptions, right?
Right.
We talked about that, I think, a couple weeks ago. And then, so what I had was this dream that I would interview my friend who went down to Florida, and his flight was delayed. So I figured, that's pertinent. Let's talk, and then I'll talk about Disney with him, Try to reach out to my friend. He couldn't come on. No big deal. And then Evan's like, I'm going to Disney. I was like, fuck, I'll ask you these questions.
Okay. Ask me these questions.
So you're my boots on the ground, okay? Let's get down to the brass tacks, though, okay? Seriously.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
How many hot bitches were down there?
None hotter than my girl.
I was just going to say that right before you said it. I was like, yeah, how many hot bitches, Evan? Don't forget she listens. Yeah, but you're my boots on the ground. No, but seriously, though.
But
what was the crowd?
But for real, I will say there were many hot bitches.
Many hot bitches.
Sorry, babe. Sorry, my dear.
Like, would you describe them as more milfage or more like college?
College. More like... Definitely not bitches I would talk to.
Oh.
Like, I'll say that.
Oh.
Definitely not that.
Yeah.
But, like...
Evan's too good for these bitches.
That's not what I'm saying. There's just that... There's that vibe that certain hot bitches bring.
I get that. The vibe. Yeah.
So, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
But Disney World.
Right.
Most magical place on earth for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
For all the hot bitches.
But the crowds...
Yeah. How were the crowds?
Heavy.
It was.
Yeah, so it was a lot busier than we had expected. We realized that Monday was Martin Luther King Day. That was also...
That probably brought some local traffic. And also from the weekend.
Monday. Okay, no, but Monday was busy.
Right.
Monday wasn't as busy as we thought it would be with the holiday. Sunday was busier than we thought because
Interesting.
it rained when we landed. We landed Sunday morning.
Right.
Got to the hotel, dropped our bags off, went right to Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Crowd was actually pretty bumping. They didn't enforce a mask thing outside.
Right.
However, when we were walking through like large groups of people, I did
mask
throw it up just because like I don't fucking know these guys.
Yeah, fuck that.
Some of these people look gross too. You know, it's Florida. For every hot bitch there are 17 gross looking people. Just know that about Disney.
That's a hot take of it. I like that. Good for you. It's true.
You've been many times. I was going to say, if you do the math in your head real quick, it makes
true.
perfect sense.
It's very true. Yes.
So, but the crowds were manageable. I'll say that. Except the one night we were in Magic Kingdom for fireworks.
It's crazy.
Out of this world, but I'll talk about that more in depth in a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, crowds were okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Was it expensive? What was your expense going in? Did you blow your budget?
I did blow my budget a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
A little bit.
Okay.
So I got down there and I forgot to put my credit card on like the travel notice.
Oh, so they fucking flagged you.
They
flagged it right when you fucking
and
got
then
down
I tried
there.
to turn it back on, but like it was like after bank hours, I guess. So like nobody would turn it on.
God.
And it happened. Spoiler, I made a lightsaber, but it happened when I went to make the lightsaber. I was going to put that on my credit card. And I got there, and she's like, "It's not going through." I'm like, "What? What?" She's like, "Yeah, it's not going through." And then my watch is like declined.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
So that was an out of pocket expense. So
Right.
I was okay with, but
Right.
I wasn't necessarily prepared to pay.
Correct.
Other than that, total. My girl said it was a good deal.
Okay.
She's been there plenty of times. I'm not going to give a dollar amount.
Nah, she's a vet. She
Yeah,
knows
she's
if
a
it's
vet,
worth
but
it or
she
not.
said it was a good deal. She said, and after the fact, everything was worth it in
Yeah,
my eyes. Like
that's
it
good.
was an awesome experience.
That's good.
So.
And I was going to ask you about the masks and stuff. Were anybody like rude or like anything
so
on the flights or anything like that?
On the flight, no, actually.
Okay, but people were rude about the mask down there?
I had a really funny flight attendant on the way down who was like, "Listen, like it's real early in the morning. I know a lot of you guys want to sleep, so like don't make me have to hit your arm and wake you up.
Yeah.
Like just keep your fucking mask over your face." I'm
Right.
like, okay, I
That's
respect
cool.
this guy.
Word.
But no problems with the mat. A few times, like you had to wear it inside. Outside, nobody gave a shit. Like
Right.
you could breathe the fresh air,
Right.
take it off, rip it up, do whatever you want with it.
Right.
But when you walked into a store, when you went on a ride, you had to put it up
Right.
over your nose, under your chin, like
Right.
the whole thing.
The whole thing.
They had signs everywhere that said it.
Yeah.
So like here and there, like, oh, like could you pull your mask up? Oh, no problem. Yeah. The last day,
Yeah.
we went to Disney Springs to like do some shopping.
I love Disney Springs.
It was beautiful.
Magnifico.
But so we find the delinquent section
Okay.
to go like hit my vape pen,
Yeah.
do my thing,
Right.
get a little high,
Yeah.
and we find it. We ask there's a lady like watching it. I guess they have people because it's like a local joint. I guess they have people trying to like break in or
Yeah.
like do something. I don't know how you can
Weird.
break in,
Right. But still.
So she's like guarding this post, and I'm like, "Is this the area where we can like chill?" And she's like, "Yeah, just like stay like where I can see you. Like there's benches. Like just
Okay.
please do that. Like,
Yeah.
that's the rule. I'm like,
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue about sitting on a bench."
Right.
So we didn't care, and then we walked. What was it? No, we didn't walk. We sat down. This couple came over.
Okay.
And the guy lights a cigarette, and he starts walking around. There's a lake down there, so he starts walking by the lake.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Sir, like, can you please just like come over here?" And he's like, "What, is this air different? Like than the air over here? Like what? What? I can't like just take a walk by the lake with the different air?" And she's like, "Dude, like don't be difficult. Like
Right.
just stand over here. It's one of the policies. Sit on the bench." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I'm not being difficult. Like you're being difficult." And he like starts calling her an asshole. And so then I looked at my girl and I'm like, we're gonna go. We're getting out of here.
See ya.
So then we go into a store, and then the same couple comes in,
Jesus.
not wearing masks, but they have them like they're holding them,
Right, but they're just not wearing them. Yeah.
which is the age-old debacle we've been having since this whole thing started.
Right.
You have it, fucking wear it.
Just wear it.
Put it on. So that's lady comes up to this woman, very nice, like, "Miss, could you please just put your mask on?" I'm holding it. Don't you see that I'm holding it in my hand? And she's like, exactly. Can you just put it on? This is ridiculous. And then they storm out.
Oh my God, Jesus.
So like,
Christ.
no problems with the masks whatsoever until
Right.
the last day with this one couple who
Can't
they
follow
just
directions.
they just can't follow rules. I don't understand.
That's so funny.
I was like, what's their problem? Like, what's got these two people so caught up? And then the woman was wearing a shirt. It said, I'll tell you this. Try to figure it out. It said Foxtrot, Juliet, Bravo.
Yeah, it's fuck Joe Biden.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Right.
And
yeah.
I was looking at it, and when I first saw it, I was like, I'm gonna ask her where she got that shirt. And then they had an episode, and I'm like, I'm not talking to these people. It was a very quick, like,
that's so funny.
Got
That's so funny. Did I
That's-
tell you about the shirt I got? I got I order off of one of those like cheeky shirt companies that print them when you order them, that sort of thing, customizable
yeah.
T-shirts. And I ordered one that says "Bad things happen in Philadelphia."
I've seen ones like that. That's awesome.
And it's like tongue in cheek. It's the thing that was the best about Donald Trump is he just said so much off the wall shit and
Said awesome stuff.
He made me laugh.
Oh, yeah.
so much. Now,
Do you remember when I said?
Do you
remember when I said we would
What?
look back
Yeah.
and we would say, "Kind of miss Donnie T."
That's true. We did
This is
say
that conversation.
I miss him saying the most ridiculous shit, and like, it's so funny what catches and what doesn't, and just oh my God. Anyway,
Same
I
way
do.
you miss Bush answering questions about 9/11.
Yeah.
Now watch this drive.
I've learned more about George Bush of late than I did back in like 2000, 2004 when I was, of age to vote.
He's an artist and all.
Yeah, I just, he's a war criminal. It's cool. Did you see the clip about the woman who got hit by the car when she was doing a news report?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And she's
Yeah.
like, it's actually not the first time I've been hit like this. What? What do you mean it's not the first time?
Let me see if I can move this or not. Oh shit, come back. Oh my God, that's so funny, dude. Here we go. Let's see if I can play it. Ready? Here we go. Why isn't that playing? Okay, come on. There we go.
3's Tori Yorkie joins us now live in Dunbar. And Tori, they're not seeing any flakes, but wet roads. And now we're starting to experience, unfortunately, in freeze-thaw, we see this, water main breaks.
Yeah, so this woman's on the side. She's in West Virginia, and she's doing a road little, side where they have the camera up on the side of the road, and she's talking about water main breaks.
Got hit by a car, but I'm okay. I just got hit by a car, but I'm okay, Tim.
That's the first
I'm
on
okay.
TV, Tori.
We're all good. I'm okay. Yeah, you know that's live TV for you. It's all good. I actually got hit by a car in college too, just like that. I am so good. I'm okay.
Yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. We're all good.
And the news anchor who she's on the phone with or on the live hit with is just like shaking his head, like keeping his eyes.
Very professional the whole time.
Oh my God. She's like, it's okay. I actually got hit by a car in college.
It's fine. That's live TV for you. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh my God. Anyway, that was my. I
good.
think that's the end of the news. Anyway, so if you have, I'll post that clip on our Twitter. It's very funny. I think she's okay. That's the only reason why it's funny. She also sounds like when she talks, she's from like Delco or something. You hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
She sounds northeastern.
Happened to me in college, No, that anyway. All right. So so let's hit it up. Let's get
No,
let's get
I'm
out of.
going to tell everybody about my Disney trip.
Oh, I'm
gonna,
sorry.
I'm
What
going to
else
go
did you-
in depth.
I'm sorry. What else did you want to share about it? I'm sorry.
I wanted
didn't
to
have any other
share
specific questions.
How sick Galaxy's Edge was.
Oh yes. I'm sorry.
It had been 9 years since I had gone to Disney World,
Holy
so
shit.
a lot of shit has changed,
Mhm.
and then has changed again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had never seen Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
I am a huge Star Wars fan.
Yes.
I fucking love it.
Yes.
So to see all that was like peak mood.
Yes.
Nothing will beat it.
So the one thing I love the most, I may have mentioned this on a previous show before, but the one thing I love the most about Galaxy's Edge, and I went about 2.5 years ago when they opened, shortly after they opened. It's immersive.
Oh yeah.
And it is, the way they built it is when you walk in, you go under, and you go through a tunnel, and when you get in there, You can't see anything else that's in the park. The walls are up. You're in a canyon. The Millennium Falcon's right there. You can't see any. You don't know that you're in Disney World.
Exactly.
And that's the coolest part about it. You don't see anything else. It's so immersive. I love that part about it. That's what I really enjoyed. Yeah, so you got to go to the bar, right? How was the cantina or no?
We skipped the cantina
because
our reservation was so late and we had been up and walking for like 14 hours, 16 hours. So I was like, we can skip it. Let's just go back.
Yeah, let's go back.
But we built the lightsaber.
Yes.
Was
that not the coolest thing?
That was the coolest thing.
It was awesome,
so
dude.
Galaxy's Edge, how immersive it is.
Yes.
The lightsaber build and then Rise of the Resistance. That was so cool. But the lightsaber build was like out of this world. The guy that led it was super into it.
Yes.
He was like all about it. And they have a guy that like helps two and two people build it.
Yeah.
But because I briefly told you, the woman next to me was building it for her son, who was on FaceTime, who was being mad fucking annoying. So, and even the guy like could like recognize how off, like how stupid this fucking thing was. Yeah. So he like pretty much was just like talking to me, and I was like, yeah. I told you.
What's up with this fucking jabroni next to me, bro?
Yeah, I was like, dude, shut up.
I can't hear Yoda.
But it's so cool. They bring out the crystals, and you pick
your
it,
color.
you get the whole kit, the whole caboodle.
So cool.
It was awesome. I have the video. I've watched it like several times of when you all initiate the sabers.
And they all turn them on at the same time. So cool. And then they open up the little thing where
it was funny because they were like, "Don't touch that. There's like high energy in there, and like we can't fuck with it." And then like the lady was leaning on it, and the guy was like, "Miss, what did I just tell you? Like, get off of that." And it was the bitch on the phone.
Of course it was. She wasn't paying attention.
But like, and then you do it, and
you turn it. It's
so cool.
So cool, man.
Rise of the Resistance, I told you, out of this world. I don't do well on rides, but that was so worth it. Any sickness I could have gotten.
How was? Did you get sick while you were flying?
The leaving, I usually don't get bad during takeoff, but this time was pretty rough.
Interesting.
It was like 45 minutes of turbulence after takeoff, so I was pretty bad in the beginning, but then like I calmed down, I dozed off, got up, peed, got my footing on the plane, and then I kind of calmed down a little bit. That's but good. Landing always sucks for me, especially because they announce like you start dipping like 45 minutes before you land. So like
that was getting to you.
The
dropping
like the constant dropping, and then it started raining in Orlando when we landed.
Yeah,
so
that's scary.
We had because it was raining. There was another plane that was closer, and they came on the intercom. They were like, "Look, this plane is going to land first. We're going to circle back, and it's going to be another like 30 minutes." Now, the last time we circled back, I went to Denver.
Oh,
and I threw the fuck up.
Really?
Yeah,
from the turning.
From the turn,
from the spinning,
it was like descending, and then you
turning,
go
up and
around, and then back down. So I was like, but he said that, and then he was like, "Actually, we're good." Like 10 minutes later, he was like,
"We're clear.
We're clear."
Yeah.
15 minutes, prepare to land.
Nice.
So I was like, thank God.
I told you in text on our group chat that there's nothing better than when the plane lands and the brakes initiate and it slows down to a speed in which I don't think I will die if something catastrophic happens. Right when you get down to like 35 miles an hour, I'm like, yes, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't usually stop. Like, I try to like I don't look out the windows. I keep my eyes closed, and usually I'm like...
When you're landing.
Yeah.
I'm
real sunk in.
I like zoning out, when I'm landing.
I don't leave that headspace until we stop.
Right.
Until we're at the gate. It's like...
I don't know.
I will get so bad. I get anxious, so that just makes it worse for everybody around me.
Yes.
Because they all hate me in that moment. And I totally understand why they do. I hate me in that moment.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
But the flight back was way easier. It was later at night.
See, I really enjoy I don't know if you're going to like this or not, but I really enjoy looking out the window when you're coming in home, like into PHL. And I really enjoy like trying to figure out where we are, like in relation to like us. And, like once or twice, I've caught a couple of the shopping centers that are like over like us because you have to fly over South Jersey to go into Philadelphia International Airport.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I've tried to look. I've only caught it once or twice on the flights, but yeah, I love doing that. But what were you going to say before that? You what? You were going to say something before I did that. Sorry.
No, I don't remember. But I took a couple Xanax for the flight home. I was fucking.
I would have zoned out too, man. You kidding?
Yeah, dude, I was done for. But it was perfect. Like I needed it because otherwise I would have been, like I said, freaking out.
Oh yeah,
getting sick, pissing off everybody around me, which is never fun.
No, of course not.
But go to Disney, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. We were there for the Festival of the Arts, and they had a bunch of food all around.
That's so cool.
I got a deconstructed BLT with pork belly.
Oh god. Sounds good. See, pork belly is something I would try, but then again, if I did start to eat meat, I don't think I would really eat too much pork.
Pork's good.
I know. I was going to ask you something. Shit. What was it? Shit. Nah, I can't remember. That's fine.
I'll talk. The last thing I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my Space Mountain experience.
Oh yeah.
I'll talk about my Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain. That's a big deal for you because, as we were just discussing, you know, your
little
motion sickness.
I get very sick on planes. I
Big
get very
opportunity.
sick on like motion sickness is a very real thing in my life, and it sucks. So I told my girl, I was like, look, like I'll try Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody keeps telling me like, if you're gonna try something, you're in Disney,
just do it.
Try Space Mountain. Yeah. He's like, so I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Right?
Yeah.
I got up, took some Dramamine, did my thing.
Put on my VR headset.
I was trying to be good, right? So then we booked it because I don't know if it was the same for you when you went, but they don't have like the Fast Pass anymore. It's Genie Plus.
You have to pay extra.
It works differently. I didn't fully understand it. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Well, yeah, as long as you pay for the right.
Yeah, like some people who are used to the Fast Pass weren't down with it.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you. Okay, but I remember what I was going to ask. But go ahead, keep talking.
But so we booked it for like 9:40. Which, first of all, you got me fucked up going on a roller coaster at 9:40 in the morning.
I know.
So we
gets invigorated though. Didn't you feel like invigorated afterwards? Like
I felt awful, but we'll get to that.
You feel like woo. That's how I feel when I get up.
I felt like that for the first like 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
But so we get to the park, and my girl is like, my favorite ride's the People Mover. It's
Wedway People Mover. Yeah,
like you just chill.
You just chill, dog.
And I was like, okay, like we'll do that to start.
Yeah.
Get our feet wet.
Yeah.
We get up to the line. People are already on it.
Of course.
We are the second people in line. The ride stops working. Everybody's halted. The guy like doesn't understand what's going on. He gets it to start. Yeah. It travels 2 feet and stops. And so everybody's like freaking out.
Yeah.
This guy's in a panic. He calls like 4 people up.
Yep.
We stand there for like 30 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, we're gonna get out of line.
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, everybody get out of line. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. And then, so we just go straight to Space Mountain.
Right.
As I'm an anxious person in that scenario. You've been on Space Mountain.
Yes.
You walk through. It's very dark.
It is.
Very tight.
You look in the
They
windows.
have all the windows.
Yeah,
it looks
cool.
like you're on a ship.
Holographic.
Don't get me twisted. It was super cool.
Right.
Super cool.
Yes.
Not comfortable.
Not comfortable.
Walking through, they have it over the PA. Warning, this ride, super crazy. If you are motion sickness, do not ride.
If you are pregnant or have seizures, do not ride this ride.
And I'm like, this isn't good.
And so here's the thing. The interesting part about it would have been if you got on the Wedway People Mover, it takes you into Space Mountain. So you would have at least been able to see like inside a little bit and kind of understood what you were getting into. Because you go in it and around it. And then you get to see 3 parts of the track. Yeah. And you would have been able to be like, I get it now, okay. But like not knowing and then just going in and then it's all dark when you get in there. You ride up the click, 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 and then it's just...
Oh my God.
It's not even that terrible of a drop. It's just like all the spins and
It's not, but it's super bumpy.
It's very
like
bumpy.
I was the whole time.
Yeah.
But so I'm freaking out getting to the tunnel, like damn near hyperventilating. And then my girl's like trying to keep my mind off of it.
Yeah.
I'm being downright nasty to her because I do not want to do this shit. I'm being mean. I'm being the worst person.
That's so funny.
So we get up to the front, and she's like, you don't have to go on it if you don't want to. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm here. Like, whatever. And so then...
You tell me this now.
So then he's like, all right, like, you in the back, like, you in front of her.
Yeah.
I get up. I didn't know it was a single rider. Nobody told me it was a single rider.
Yeah, where you don't sit next to somebody.
And I'm like, I can't, like, hold on to somebody. I can't grip onto you with all of my life. Like, what? So,
You're not going to kiss my hand before we go down the hill?
And so then I'm like, like, at this point, I'm, like, full on panicking.
Of course.
Like, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
I never get like that.
Right.
You guys all know me.
Yeah, you're
I'm
very chill. Very chill. You're a leader.
But I was losing my cool.
Yep.
And my girl's like, okay, like, you can go. Like, if you really don't want to do this, I'm like, fucking standing right here. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, am I going to walk away?
Right.
And so I get in.
Plus, that's kind of a little bit emasculating.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's saying, "Are you sure? You sure you don't want to get off and go off the ride?"
Yeah, I'm like, fucking standing.
You want to go wait over there with the other little kids while I'm on the ride?
So
will you hold the bag for me?
It starts. We go up the thing. It's all.
Yeah.
Super cool, but like still panicking.
Mm-hmm.
We go through it.
Yeah.
The first 30 seconds, I'm like, oh, this ain't that bad.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
yeah, I know.
Immediately, I'm like, oh my god.
Just stop.
And then I'm used to roller coasters around here at Six Flags, like King Ka,
right
over before it starts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like one drop, you're done. That's it. So I'm like, that's okay. It's like another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-minute ride.
It's the longest 3 minutes of my life.
Which, if you're panicking, it's the longest 3 minutes of your life. Oh my god!
You survived.
I did survive,
It was
and I
fun.
got off.
And that gift shop right afterwards is so cool.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm able to say I went on it.
Right.
The picture we have
is great.
Super funny.
Good.
I'm white knuckle in the grip. My eyes are closed. So good. So good.
Oh, that's hysterical. I love it.
But that's it.
That's
that was
Disney.
like the most intense. I did Tower of Terror that day.
Right.
Which Space Mountain was worse than Tower of Terror.
For
in my
sure.
opinion.
Yeah. Did you go up and down a couple times in Tower of Terror? They do that now.
Oh,
you
yeah,
you
yeah.
go up and down a couple times.
You go up. It seems like it was because
It's
I've been
random.
on that one before.
It's randomized.
It seems like it was more this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I also we did Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
The one where it like takes you through the Epcot ball.
Yeah.
And like you see everything. And let me tell you, again, I had some of that chocolate that you gave me.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when you get to the point at the end, when
Yeah.
like you look and you're in space,
Yes.
and you're looking at Earth,
Yes.
I was damn near tripping.
Yo, dude, that's my favorite part.
I
and
was
then when you
like-
turn, they turn you
thing,
around,
and then you
and you're
design
like,
your future
"Head
and
off,
everything.
Spaceship Earth." And
I'm
then you're
like,
oh, just
I'm
like
literally, I'm like wide-eyed,
Yeah.
mouth ajar.
Oh, fuck
I'm
yeah,
like,
dog.
this is
Did you guys get? They took your picture right on there, and you like have to do the comic or whatever. Did they do that to you?
yeah,
or no?
but with the mask, nobody's picture
Of
is
course,
registered.
it all looked fucking gay.
It was,
probably.
yeah, it was just a weird cartoon.
Yeah, I understand.
Like I was black.
And apparently like to ski.
I did, yeah.
Anyway, all right, that was good. Thank you for that recap.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But what I was
You're
gonna, I will say this, and then we'll get out of news. I have a family member who's there now. I actually have a lot of people that I know that have been down or are going in like the last month, like crazy, like amount of people. And I have somebody who's down there right now, a family member, and she's like, I hate it. This is the worst. It's so crowded. It's so expensive. The rain is terrible. So like, I wanted to get like another vantage
Like
on
I
it
said,
because my family and I
it was expensive.
Yeah, we're thinking
especially
about,
the goods in the park. Like that's where it gets.
Yeah,
you.
you fucking get raped.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my family and I we're thinking about going at the end of this year. So we're gonna see how
Do
everything
it.
plays out.
100%.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure like it's still worth it because changes to Magical Express, changes to the Genie and the non-Fast Pass thing. That
the
has me
Magical
paused.
Express thing, yeah,
Not that
like,
big of a deal. The
like
Magical
we paid
yeah.
$50
Right.
there and back
Right.
ride,
Yeah,
right to your resort.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You're fine.
Yeah. But the Genie thing's got me freaking a little bit because I'm sure both my kids will want to do different fucking rides and they both won't want to wait in 2-hour lines to do their rides. So
And that
I
was the
have
thing.
to-
Like
yeah.
so. That's why it was worth it for. I don't do a whole bunch of rides.
Correct,
So
yeah.
I was able to pick
Pay
the
for
ones
the
that I
one.
wanted to do.
Yep.
I had them scheduled,
Yep.
and then I was able to chill and
Just do
drink
whatever the fuck
and
else.
eat. Yeah.
Right. Good for you. I'm glad you had a good time, and that does inspire me to go. That's it.
I definitely think that you should get down there.
Gotcha.
Don't, like I said, don't let the price is what it is. It's Disney.
Right.
But the crowds weren't terrible when I was there. Like I said, they were manageable.
Yeah.
At times, it's Disney. You're like I said, but I told you, I was letting people cut me off.
Mm-hmm.
People get in front of me in line, push me aside. I don't care. I'm on vacation. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude.
I don't give a shit.
I'm kind of retarded.
I am kind of retarded.
All right, let's get out of news. Let's go. And that was the news with Evan and Drew. I love the news outro. It's one of my favorites.
I impressed myself with it.
Yes, I love it. So, yeah, we are kind of in a rush, a little bit of a rush, but not really. So if you want to start recommendations, you can go ahead with that.
Yeah. I'll recommend that everybody listen to Casey Musgraves.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm going to go listen to her live in about 2 hours.
Very nice.
2-3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Casey Musgraves, anything new or anything that you like in particular?
So she did just put out an album.
Okay.
I think I recommended it.
I think
Maybe
you did.
I don't know. Star Crossed. It came out.
I think so.
I think September.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it as much as Golden Hour, which
Okay.
was her previous album.
Okay. Have you heard anything about the show? Like, go and find the set list?
I used to really like looking at set lists.
Mm-hmm.
Now I like to be surprised.
Oh.
So I've been trying not to look at it, but I'm almost positive that my girl's looked at it and she's going to tell me tonight.
right before the songs. Oh, Evan, this is...
She's going to play this one next, which is fine.
Evan, you're going to love this song.
But I know, I'm sure there's a few hits that she's going to play. Like, I really hope she plays Breadwinner.
Okay.
That's a really good one.
Very nice.
I really hope she plays Love is a Wild Thing.
Very cool.
That's a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to cry, so I want to hear Rainbow.
Okay. Very cool. All right.
But she can play anything she wants. She's
That's awesome.
She's a goddess.
She's a goddess.
And I just want to, as soon as she sings her first note,
Yeah.
I'm going to come in my pants.
I knew it. It was going to be cum.
Yep. I might bring this with me. I might
do it
before
Put it in
I
a
leave.
cigarette case or something.
But
Take
I'm
it
going
with
to
you.
hit that. I have a little bit of something else that I might take with me.
Nice.
But I'm still not 100% after everything, so
Yeah.
I might hold off on that.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I said we were kind of in a rush, but really not, and we had to check our messages, Evan and I like to put our phones on Do Not Disturb when we record. I didn't get any messages, and Evan is awaiting his girlfriend's arrival to come over for the show. But what were you telling me? When was she getting ready?
Yeah, so I told you that she had to wash her hair, right? And earlier I said that it was like a whole process. Because in Disney it took like an afternoon, which was cool. But so then she texted me at 4:30. She was getting herself together.
Her bag got flagged by TSA for all the shampoos in it.
Her bag did get flagged, but it was because I forgot my Bluetooth speaker in there. Okay. But
yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so she texted me at 4:30.
Right, today.
Said I'm getting
4:30.
myself together.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been almost 2 hours.
She texted me at 5:45 that she was halfway done blow drying her hair. That doesn't include like makeup and getting ready. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup, so that doesn't
That's
take.
good,
But
yes.
like she takes a long time to pick out an outfit.
Okay.
And
especially when you're going out in public.
if she makes it this far, I hope you get mad about this. This
Yeah.
way we can have a civil discussion about how you're the one that takes a long time, not me.
And if you're listening to this, you guys can have makeup sex after that.
Absolutely. I'm down.
So your recommendation is listen to some Casey Musgraves this week.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. Feel yourself.
Yes. I have a recommendation too. I listened to it just today, actually. It was a podcast. I believe I recommended Nateland, the Nateland podcast before. But this is a specific episode. Nateland is Nate Bargatze. He's a comedian.
Okay.
Famously clean comedian. Very good. And I started listening to this podcast. Like I said, I recommended it before. But today they had an episode that just dropped. It was about regional differences. And they start off the show by talking about different words that are said in different states. And it was just so funny. Like they would go back and they were telling these stories. And if you have an hour, or I think it actually was longer than an hour, very funny if you want to laugh. I was laughing out loud like seven or eight times during it. They were like, it was just good stories. The three guys who were on the pod are very funny. It's Nate and then two comedians, and one of them's the producer. Very funny. So Nateland podcast, episode 83, Regional Differences.
Okay.
If you have the time, I'll send you a link, and maybe I'll post it on our Twitter. Very funny if you want to just laugh. He's a goofy dude. He's very self-deprecating, and he's hysterical. He's got this Southern charm kind of thing, and he's a really good comic. So he's been around for a while. A very big veteran comedian.
Check it out.
Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, word. All right. So last week on our show, I saved this for the end. I was going to tell you a scary story that happened to me.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. So I started out by prefacing as such, and then I couldn't tell the story because your girl was in the room. And you were like, why couldn't you tell this story? And I was like, I'll tell it later. So anyway, my story goes, I'm jerking off in the shower.
Okay.
And recently, I've been using Reddit, as to find porn, like because spicing it up, okay?
Interesting. Okay.
So I find this one subreddit, and I'm flipping through, and I'm looking at stuff, and I'm, about ready to go to Pound Town, if you know what I'm saying.
Just about, yeah.
Right. This one little Reddit post comes up of a girl's ass, okay? And she's like kind of like half bent over a little bit, and it was great. I was like, this is a great ass. This is great. But I noticed that her asshole was like a little open. I was like, okay, that's weird. So I thought, you start to see like something shiny in her ass, like hole, and something starts to come out, and I'm thinking it's like a toy. Like sometimes they put like fucking toys up their ass, and then they come out or whatever. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't. It was fucking shit, and she was shitting, and just like shit came out of her ass, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And like,
just fully torqued.
I was about to go to town, and like all of a sudden, here comes this fucking woman shitting on my phone, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta turn this off. I was like, I went too far, dude.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Did you finish?
No.
No?
I stopped. I waited till later.
That's one of those moments where you're like, I'm disgusting. I gotta stop.
This is disgusting. Show me more.
Humiliation as Drew watches poop porn in the shower.
No longer His Majesty. Oh my God. Anyway,
Brilliant.
Yeah, so that was a very scary thing that happened to me. So if you're out there, make sure
make sure you watch at least the first 3 minutes of a video.
Jesus Christ, man.
Before you start.
I still remember what it looked like. It was terrible.
That's why I like the ones.
Yeah.
You see the preview, and you can tap it before you tap it, and it'll flip through a quick little montage. And I'm like, that's not for me. Or, that is for me.
That is for me. This is exactly what I was looking for.
And then I'm like, damn, that really is for me.
Yes. I did. I was on Reddit though. One of the other things I use Reddit for, besides jerking my nuts, is I look on there for content, obviously for the podcast, and I was looking on our advice, subreddit advice, and it's just crazy. Like a lot of people that post on there and ask for advice are clearly like,
they're nuts.
You should probably go talk to somebody. Yeah, there's a lot of people, and I realize that not everybody can do that and just go and see a therapist all the time. So, it's interesting to see the advice on there. Like this one person posted something about. Let me see. It found one asking about if it was a good idea to cut up a bunch of little pieces of paper with a confession on it, and then disperse the hundreds of little pieces of paper throughout their school the next day. I don't know. That's what people are asking for advice on.
Whoa.
Yeah, very strange, dude.
That's like Columbine vibes.
I did find one that was kind of funny, so I figured I'd play this for you. You ready?
Yes.
All right, I figured I'd read it to you, rather. It says, my quote-unquote best friend called me a rapist yesterday night. We were both high off weed and talking normally about stuff which includes graffiti. He told me I should tag up a wall and put "The Rapist" on it. And I didn't understand him at first. I thought he meant the Baptist or something. I asked him what he meant until I told him, "Did you just say rapist?" And which he responded with, "Yeah, because you'll probably be raping little kids." At that point, I got upset, and I tried to ask him, why would you say something like that? He gave no further explanation. He tried switching the subject and pretending that he didn't just accuse me of something serious. At the moment, I was upset, but maybe thought he was just joking. I woke up today to break down, and I couldn't stop thinking on why my own friend would say something like that to me, even if he was just joking. And this person's asking for advice.
Did he rape somebody?
I don't think so.
I recommend you stop being such a faggot.
Steve, would you write a Reddit post if Evan called you a rapist?
Would I write a Reddit post
Yeah.
if Evan called me a rapist?
Yeah.
Did he rape somebody?
I don't think he did.
What kind of like Reddit post? Like
I just read it. He wrote an R advice. He thinks, what should I say to my friend because he called me a rapist?
His friend just called him a rapist out of the blue. He thought he meant Baptist. He didn't.
Called him a rapist. Would you get mad at Evan if he called you a rapist?
just out of the blue.
Yeah.
He calls me a fucking pedophile every time I shave my beard.
I mean, like
He calls me a map every time I get out of the shower.
Because he wants to travel the world.
Yeah, baby. That's right.
probably I'd be more confused. I don't think I would.
Yeah. No. Just like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah, like
Anyway, that's crazy. People
You're
are
a
crazy.
rapist. Go write a Reddit post about it.
Yeah. God damn it.
my roommate's a pedophile.
He called me a rapist.
Yeah, help me subreddit advice. My roommate is a pedophile. Do I turn him in? How do you know he's a pedophile? With his mustache.
Said kitty porn with kittens.
It's a hot household.
It's a hot household.
Fucking FBI's listening in right now. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna.
You know
guys-
how on like
Yeah.
familywatchdog.org it has like red dots of the sex offenders and all.
Yeah.
Ours is just a little skull and crossbones.
You're part of your neighborhood just blacked out.
Yeah, you don't come here.
Don't come here. Oh my god. Anyway, all right. Listen, you have a good night tonight. Okay, have fun
I will,
at your
I
concert,
will.
and I'll see you next week.
I'll send you a video of me drunk singing.
Oh, please, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. All right, man. You have a good week. I love you.
You too, buddy.
Peace.